the Silkies, and we're going to start with the rooster. Let's see. I'm having technical difficulties. What in the world? I should have checked this before I started. Ooh, my bad. I probably should have checked the hose connection. Okay, we're back. We're here. Okay. So the first one we're going to wash is going to be the rooster. You use gentle soap. Um, the water's kind of cool, so I don't know how are you gonna do with this cool water. So we're gonna put them in here. We're gonna add a few pumps of soap. Ooh, pump, pump, pump. Okay. Y'all always hear me talking to Duke. This is I have two roosters, so this is my other rooster. Ooh. Wait. Oh, is it warm? Yeah, this sun nice and warm. No, you gotta get a wash. We gotta get a wash. Get some more soap. Zora, can you pour the soap on there? Huh? Pump the soap. Ooh, Jesus. So the last time y'all seen me wash them, they were tiny babies. And now they're full grown adults. One thing chickens don't sweat is a fact. So normally I blow dry them, especially in the wintertime I blow dry them, but today I'm gonna let them air dry. See? Here's some more. Ooh. Ooh, baby. There we go. We got some soap.
Ew. Why does it look like that?
Put your thing out. Oh, you're gonna be so white. The girls ain't gonna be able to stay away from you, honey. So this is a tear-free shampoo, but I don't like to just, put it in their face because it's still like, what is that to them? You like that? Hmm? Oh my God. Oh, you're gonna be so fluffy and pretty. Woo! You're gonna be top rooster. Dude's gonna be like, wait a minute. Yes, so I do love washing them. Zora, come see if we have any questions. Looks like we have questions, but I can't read them. Hold on. No, let me see. No questions? Woo. Put on the top. I always do the top last. Did you know they have, that's their ear. So the blue is their ear. Hi. Oh, you want to come see me wash my chickens?
No.
Hi. Oh, his ball. Go help him find his ball, Zora. He's under the car. The neighbor lost his ball and rolled down the street under the car. You got it? There's some more in there. Come look at the chickens. Wait, where's his ball? You see it? Oh, he got it. Okay. Hi, there's some more in there. They gotta get washed too. Look. Look in there. You see that?
It's different.
Yeah, those are silkies.
Wow.
Oh. This one is a rooster. And then those are the hens. Oh, look, they love those.
Oh, thank you. No eating flower.
They like it. They like dandelions.
Really?
Yes. Look, he gave you a
You know,
treat.
the neighborhood have it before. It's a great color.
A gray color, like this one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know, he have a thing knife. Somebody's doing it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's bad.
When he go and, okay, maybe he is still all night out
Yeah,
and the chickies is in the little house outside.
yeah.
When he come back, no chicken.
Oh, that is devastating.
Oh my God. In the morning he say somebody stole the chicken.
Yes. That is
It's
something.
no
Yeah, thank
good. It's
you.
expensive.
Yeah, yes. This the rooster.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Santi.
What is it?
Santiago?
Santiago.
I say
Santi.
Santi.
Oh, how old is he?
2.5.
Oh, he's cute.
Thank you. Yeah. He bring smoothie the fruit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the smoothie, yes.
Yeah, he wants to play outside.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, I had to wash them. Yeah, because they get so hot.
Oh, yeah. It's chicken power. Okay. Get it.
Okay.
Okay.
See you later.
See you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Wait a minute. Okay. Do we got any questions? Oh, yes, baby. So that was our neighbor. She stopped to see what's going on. So she said these are different chickens. Oh, I said, yep. Look at Duke. He made a messy. Yeah, this sun is perfect. Like I say, normally Duke is the one in the video. You will see him. Whole adolescent. He's a lot bigger now. Ooh, it's a cold Duke. Wait, I'm almost done. Wait, boy. You better wait. Tora, you see the food over there? Go bring it so she can eat it. I'm about to put them over here. Where? You see the food right there? Look. Where? Right here on the by the fridge. All right. Next. Yeah, just drop a little bit. So we're gonna dry him off. We're gonna dry him off. Oh, you got married yesterday? That's awesome. Hi, Antoine. So we're gonna dry them. Dry him, I mean. What's that? Congratulations, Rebecca. That's so cool. She got married yesterday. You got married on a Thursday. That's his crescent. That's his crown. That's his crown. Look at my Dookie. No, this is not Duke. Say I'm not Duke. Look at that.
Who's next?
Hi. Okay, next.
Oh, that looks like one of those small chickens that you ever had.
Let's see who's next. Stop.
Watch it, Julie.
She's next.
Whoa.
Okay. Let's get soap down. Put a little bit of water. Let's lather up. Oh yes, isn't this therapeutic? Isn't this therapeutic? This is Florence. Florence Nightingale. Say hi, Florence. Say hi, Florence. You're not gonna say hi? Hmm? Oh. Let's get your little face. Let's get your underbelly. Let's get your underbelly. She is, out of all of them, she has, they don't really have feathers. They don't have fur, but I guess I'll call them feathers, but she has the most. So she is the fluffiest. Look at her hair. One second, then you can get down to, you want to eat? After you shower, you can go eat. wash you up.
Yeah, it's a 5 times hard. Like, you hear it, you hear it again? 5 times hard. And then on the last one, put it all hard.
Rebecca, you gotta come back and tell me about this Thursday wedding. Hey, hey, you got look at them beautiful eyes, Florence. How are you? How are you? I'll wash your chickens for you. You want to wash your chickens? Bring them to me. I'll wash them. $15. Bring them to the homestead for chicken wash.
This one hold it to the floor.
Right?
Yep, all the way down.
Look how gentle. More inside, like I say, I normally blow dry them, but I'm gonna see how they do in the sun. But if it seems like it's taking them a longer time to dry than normal, then I'll just take them inside and blow dry. But that's what I normally do is blow dry. But today I said, let's see how you do out here. We're already outside in this Georgia heat is very, very, very warm. Zola.
You go?
Tell her to tune in. Woo. Wow. I see why they call them silky. When they be wet, they are so silky. That's why I say I don't really even call them feathers.
Yes.
I'm trying to answer questions.
Oh, I didn't know it.
If you're just joining, like I said before, they do not sweat. So they were born last year in October. And then, they were in my house from October to March. So this is their first Georgia summer. So I'm going to be ordering fans next week, solar power fans for the coop, because they do a lot of panting. They don't sweat, but I do things to keep them chill, like feed them frozen or give them water with like ice in it. And then, of course, today they're getting their shower, which we also have ordered a misting fan. So, oh, was that too much? Oh, I'm so sorry. Much? Okay. So the jets of the water were too much for her. We're sorry. We'll go slow. Thank you for letting me know. I wasn't sure. But she definitely let me know, didn't she? I ain't like that. Ooh. I'm sorry. You got a lot of stuff stuck in your foot. They have long feathers on their feet too, like the Brahmas. Okay, I just want to make sure I get all the stuff out. You didn't like that last thing. I think the water was too hard. The jet springs are probably just too hard. You didn't like that.
No, look. You got so
like lazy.
So what?
He's so lazy. Like you see how his hair was just moving?
You can't look over there right now. Okay, you're all done. Aw, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. I didn't mean to scare you, Florence. Aw. Now, are you coming back to my salon? Or are you gonna come back? I'm sorry. She ain't like that. Oh, well, eyes. I ain't seen your eyes in a minute. You got some beautiful eyes, girl. Girl. Now, Florence, I may have to blow dry you because, oh no. Look at you. How are you today? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I scare you? I scared you. I didn't mean to scare you, Florence. Okay, you want to go eat your snack? 'Cause I told you if you do a good job, get your snack. Sorry, anybody have any questions?
I don't know how to say anything.
Okay, before I get the next chicken, let's see. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, the sun. Have you ever dealt with predators and how do you protect your chickens? That's a great question. So far, the only predator we've dealt with is my German Shepherd, who thinks these are his little chicken nuggets. So, how I protect them, if they're in the house, of course, he's in a different part of the house, and we're outside. If they're out on the yard, then we chain him up. But as far as like predators, like we do have like a lot of hawks flying around, but most of the time I am outside with them. I am going to get, the waving guy you see in front of all the stores. They say that is good hawk or those bird deterrents. I will be purchasing one of those. And for these chickens right here, actually all of them, because I have two sets of chickens. If you're new here, I have two sets. So and then I have Brahmas and a copper Moran rooster. So what I do to ensure that they have hard shells is I make sure to not only feed them the store bought food. If I buy them store bought food, it has to be a very good brand. But most of the time I make it. I add the oats. I add the different seeds, oregano, turmeric. Those things ensure. I also feed them a lot of greens, kale, parsley, cilantro. Those help ensure the strong eggs. And if you watch any of my other videos and you see how the eggs are strong. When we boil them, scramble them, or do regular sunny side up eggs, the best possible. Plus, I make sure that I feed them high standard foods because we're eating eggs, so I know what I'm putting in it. I also add cayenne pepper, different things like that to keep their immune system up. Thank you, thank you, thank you for these great questions. So now we're gonna get the last one. So you saw two silkies, the silky rooster and then the silky hen. So what the next one I'm getting, she's still a silky, but because of her feather type, she's called a frizzle. So, or people call them sizzles, but that's what I'm getting. I sure will. For building a great chicken coop. Also, I don't know if you can see this. You see this pink thing? It's a little toy, right? I know. I just got it. I just got it from Goodwill. But I'm gonna turn it into a coop. See how it has the door? So I said, oh my gosh, this is so cute. This is so cute. So what I'm gonna do is add chicken wire, but not the chicken wire. You got to get the harder wire, and I'm gonna drill that in around the side. So this right here is something simple. Also, another thing you can get those, you know, those kitty cottage toy houses that all the kids have. They be on the market. They be on Facebook Marketplace real cheap. I'm getting one of those. So what I'm gonna do with this right here, I'm gonna paint it maybe black or red, and then I'm gonna add the chicken wire. When I put it at the bottom, I'm going to put some like a cement down, or maybe the chicken pallet to raise it up off the ground. I'm also going to put chicken wire under there to ensure predators can't dig inside of this, because as you can see it's plastic, but I'm going to definitely secure it. So a great DIY tip is to not get the chicken wire, but it's a harder wire. That is what you get. That keeps the predators out. The chicken wire keeps the chickens out, but the hard wire is what keeps the raccoons, possum, and things like that out. Um, okay, so I'm gonna get the last chicken. And you see how her feathers are like more curly? Okay, so they want to see you get your bath, girl. So we're gonna wet her. It looks like I'm gonna have to take them in to blow dry them, because even though it's super hot out here, like I'm dying, it's taking them a long time to dry. So I'm gonna take them in to blow dry them. Girl. Now, out of both Silky, she is the most timid. And I don't know why, because when I got her from her breeder, it was October. I talk to them, I hold them, so I held her a lot, but it just may be in her nature. She is just very timid for no reason, but she's a sweetheart. Let's get suzzed up, girl. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get all up in the camera, but with the sun, it's kind of hard to see the screen. And if you're just joining, chickens do not sweat, so do not have your chickens in the direct sun. The only reason why I have them in the direct sun is because they're getting wet, and it's controlled. Like as soon as I finish, I'm putting them back inside their coop. I may take them inside to blow dry them, but I'm putting them back inside their coop, so they're not in the direct sun. And also, if you're just joining, I'm going to be purchasing misting fans as well as the solar powered fans to ensure that they're staying dry, because since they were born in October, the silkies are very fragile. They cannot get cold. So the other chickens, the mamas, they survive the winter. These guys cannot survive the winter. So when the winter comes, they're going to be brought back in the house. But this is their first Georgia summer. I can barely take it. I don't have feathers, so I know with them not being able, but I can sweat. With them not being able to sweat, I don't want to take any chances with them passing away. So I do things to ensure that they stay alive and happy. And and this one right here is my egg layer. So she's the one that lays the eggs currently, right? Okay, so I'm gonna add the water now. You feeling good, girl? If you are asking questions right now, give me a second to get her rinsed off, and I'll answer your questions.
What's
Laura, see
that?
if anybody's asking any questions.
Wait, what's that?
What?
Is that the Silkie?
This is the frizzle.
So that's the frizzle? I mean, Silkie?
Look at her. The last question was about the do-it-yourself chicken coop. Has any more questions popped up?
No.
Oh, that felt good, girl. Hmm? Oh, you got so stuck in your fingers. Let me get it up. Whew. She got something. It's also good to wash them because I ain't doing nothing to her. I'm about to be attacked. He real protective. He real protective. Stop doing that, putting the head out on him. I'm trying to get this out your foot, girl. He ready to come get what you're doing to her. Helping her, getting her clean. Woo. Oh my goodness. That feel good? Hmm? Does that feel good? Does that feel good, girl? Put some more soap. Oh man.
Mom,
Yes.
somebody said, how do you introduce new chickens to an existing flock without causing fights?
Okay, that's a great question. So how I introduce the chickens without causing fights, which I'm currently doing now because I have a chicken that's just hatched from the incubator that I had to put outside because after spending weeks in the brooder, she turned 8 weeks. So 8 weeks, I take them out the brooder in my basement and I put them in the backyard. But you cannot just free willy and put some chickens, even if I go today to a farm or if I go to the store to buy chickens, I can't just say, here, go, because there is a pecking order. The pecking order in chicken land is real. So you do have to introduce them. Now, because, like I said, I have an 8-week-old infant, I had a bird cage that I made inside my coop in the backyard, and she chills out in there. She has her food and water in there. But what it does, you let them stay in there for about 1 to 2 weeks. If you see that they're going to the pen, being aggressive, you can do it 3 weeks. But after next week, you take them out, and then they should be able to transition. Of course, it's going to be a pecking order, but don't interfere. Let them figure that out. If you do see that it's too aggressive, you can either take the aggressor out and place him in a separate coop, or if you feel like that one is being overly tormented, then you can try the process again. But don't immediately try to get into that. They got to do their own pecking order. But the best way to introduce them is to have a coop inside the coop where they can see each other, they're eating by each other, they hear sounds of each other. So when you open that door, they just transition without any problems. Now my silkies, these right here, can never be with the Brahmas or my copper Moran rooster. These can never because they are so old. Now if I raise them together from birth, they could. Cuz I do see some chicken channels where the um the roosters, the silkies and the regular chickens are integrated, but they you can tell they were raised together. These they when I let them out, it's separate times. So I'll let the Brahmas out first. They walk around and get whatever worms they're gonna get. After 2 hours, I put them in, and then I let the silkies out. Sometimes the roosters go to each other's pens and be like, they fight. When they say cock fight, these cocks be fighting, so they can never. It was one fateful day that I made a big mistake and had them out on the yard at the same time. You should have seen me scrambling, trying to get them away from each other, because that was a fight that I wasn't even ready for. But some days they go to the coops and they be fighting each other through the coop wire. So I'll most of the time in the backyard I have a hose, so I'll spray them with water or I'll clap my hands real loud, something to distract them to put them up and get them away. But never, if you get new chickens, never put them together instantly. You gotta do it slowly. Any more questions, Zola? Zora?
Someone said, what's your opinion on vaccinations for backyard chickens?
My opinions for vaccinations are, I personally will administer a vaccination only if needed. I feel like because of the herbs I serve them, the high quality fruits and vegetables, and also because I'm aware of the food intake, they are pretty healthy. But if they get sick, I'll administer vaccinations. But just injecting them, I don't do that.
Somebody said, do you track your chicken's weight or egg laying date?
Do I do what?
Do you track your chicken's weight or egg laying date? If so, what method do you use?
I haven't done that, and really, I can't track now because the only ones that's laying now is her. She's the only one laying. But some chickens, despite the heat, will lay all year round. They don't care how hot it is. So I guess that's her or that's the Silkies. But the Brahmas, they haven't laid any eggs in 2 weeks. No eggs whatsoever. So I called one of my breeder friends and I was like, "Are your chickens laying?" And he had some similar chickens. He was like, "No, they're not going to lay eggs when it's this hot." And I'm like, I keep going to their coop. So when I go to their coop, they have eggs every day. They still producing eggs every day. But the Brahmas, they aren't. And I've also noticed Duke, my other rooster, he don't be mounting them as frequently as he was like in May when it was hot, but not as hot as it is now. So egg production is kind of low right now for the Brahmas. And those are the regular chicken eggs. Now, their chicken eggs are tiny. Zora,
Yeah.
go bring one of their chicken eggs out.
Who?
Just one. So I have some on the counter from them. So Zora's going to get it real quick. I'm sorry, but I know you're enjoying this water. It might just kill you. Oh, woo! Y'all want to hear something funny while Zora's going to get the egg? One day my friend called. Girl, stop trying to put a hit on me. Don't come over here. Y'all, so he about to come over here. He about to jump on my back. But she said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I'm washing my chickens." Right? Zora, show them.
Oh, I'm tripping. Can't see.
All right, so Zora's going to show you. So you see that? It would probably take 2 eggs to equal a regular chicken egg. It takes two. So you can still eat them. They still regular, still taste the same, but just know their eggs are tinier. So it takes two to to the equivalent of a regular chicken egg. Well, anyway, I was telling her I'm washing my chickens. I don't know what she thought, but then maybe a couple of minutes later, because it was in April, so they were still inside, and I was blow drying. She said, "Wait, is that a blow dryer?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "Why are you doing that?" I said, "Because if they get cold, they can get sick." She said, "Wait, I thought you was in the kitchen when you said washing the chickens." I said, But the whole time I said, you didn't hear the squawking? Like, that would be kind of weird. I watched the chicken, but not. Basically, if you had heard the noises and things, the fact that you thought I was washing dead chickens in the kitchen was nuts. And then she said when she heard the blow dry for the first chicken, she thought that was weird. She said after she washed her chicken, she's actually blow dries them. Now I'm kind of crazy, but I ain't that crazy. I'm not gonna blow dry the. Yeah, that was funny. So we laughed that off. Woo!
Somebody said, what inspired you to start a chicken channel, a chicken YouTube channel?
I think what inspired me is because one, when I was talking, great question. I love, if you know me, you know I love talking about my children and my chickens. So I found when I would tell people about chickens, especially the Silkies, they were like, what? Like, what's a Silkie? Like, my neighbor who just walked down here, she was like, I've never seen chickens like that. So the thing is, when I discovered that a lot of people did not know too much about Silkies, and also about chickens. Like, there are a lot of chicken myths that I have busted since I've owned chickens. Like, people think chickens are filthy. People think chickens, you feed them anything. One thing I do not do is feed them anything. I do not. I don't just give them. Of course, you give them the chicken scraps. I mean the food scraps, but it's still you can't give them potato. You can't give them onion. It's like a lot of stuff you cannot give them. So I don't just hear you're a chicken, eat it. So when I discovered that there are a lot of people that didn't know, I made sure that I wanted to inform them. And I said, what better way than to, do a chicken channel? Chicken channels, you can come in as you please. Also, I don't get to see all of them because sometimes they're like, what's going on? What's the update? So now I talked to somebody recently. She was like, I just be tuning into your chicken channel. I didn't get to see you the other day. I'm a teacher. So she was like, I didn't see you the other day and I wanted to know what happened. So they just tune in. So the chicken channel is just a convenient way to get the information out, to clear up myths, to answer questions. And they're just interested. They make me laugh and the whole enjoyment. So I just wanted to share that with others. Oh, I'm looking back because they are drying. They're not drying as fast, but I'm gonna show you. And then later on today, I'm gonna do a fully when they're fully dry. I gotta make sure I get all the soap off. Thank y'all for asking all these great questions. Oh Lord Jesus. Okay, want some water? Woo!
Turn off,
Hmm?
turn off the water.
Yes. Okay. Oh wait. You got something in your foot. Let me get your toe. Let me get your foot. Okay. I normally do this in the bathroom, in the sink where I'm standing up, but this is kind of different. So we'll see. Oh gosh. Say hi. Oh, we need some more snacks.
Right there.
Can you bring a bowl of water? I forgot to dry her off. So I just dried them off to get some of the excess. Let's see. Can you see them? Hmm. Look at how they're drying. Oh, look at that. Woo, look at that fluffiness. So I might not have to blow dry them after all. The sun's doing his job.
You in the back of the picture?
Girl, stop. Look at her. Ain't she cutie patooties? Ain't she cutie patooties? Woo, girl. Look at you, girl. I'm gonna paint your nails later.
Mom, you put in the back of the picture?
They gotta dry. I'm coming, Zora. Oh, I done knocked your little water out, you guys. I'll get you some more. Zora, you turn the water off?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'm giving them water. Had to come get me some water. Is there any more questions? Look at that helicopter. Do I talk to my shit? Okay. Somebody just asked, do I talk to my? Yes, I do talk to them. That's how we have a great relationship. I talk to them. I come home and ask them, what you do today? Who aggravated you? I be talking to them like I talk to you, lady, but here I am. So I do talk to them, read them stories, let them listen to music, um, tell them about my day, dance with them. Other day we were doing the what were we doing the other day? The cha-cha slide, some trend. Slide to the left, to the right. They would just follow me around. So they follow me around like little dogs. These, because I think too, because these were in the house for so long, I ride these in the car. They have a little car seat. So yes, I do talk to them. Any more, Zora?
Okay, one said, what was your first chicken you ever owned? What do you remember most about them?
So the first chickens I ever owned were the Brahmas. They're in the backyard. What I first remember was, I think the day I went to get them. The day I went to get them, I was like, oh my gosh, okay, I'm actually doing it. You know how on earth as it is in heaven. So I already thought it in my mind, and now it was coming to fruition. So it was like driving to the lady's house, and then she took me in her basement. She let me pick my own out the brooder, and I got three, and I brought, when I was driving them home, I said, okay, this is official. Like, I actually own chickens now. So I think that was like the most exciting, was to actually go and get them, not just keep talking about, I'm going to buy some chickens, I'm going to get some chickens, but to actually go and get them.
Okay, another one said, have you ever taken your chickens on a road trip or outside your property?
Have I ever taken them on a road trip? The furthest place we've been, not on a road trip per se, but I am prepared to do that. I do know that they have to have like plenty of course, water and things like that. Um, but we go around the town. Like one time I took him on a trip when I had to change my tire, and the guy was like, "What is that in your back seat?" He was this African guy, so I had him in the car seat, and I'm like, "Those are chickens." He was like, "It's chickens. That's not a chicken I've ever seen." Because with her, when she's fully fluffed out, she looks like a Pomeranian. So that particular day, he said, "They don't look like chickens." He said, "Chickens God made them." And I was like, "Sir, yes, God made them," but he, like, my neighbor had never seen chickens like this, so he was just astonished when I said chickens, and he, got a closer look. So that was to the tire shop. Then when you pull up at the fast food windows and you ask for chick cups, like little Cool Whip cups, things like that. People are like, "Whoa, you got a chicken?" It's like, to me, it's like no brainer. Like, yeah, but to other people, when you go to the stores and things like that, I take them. I have like little purses or little bags that's specifically for chickens. So people are like, "Wait, are you wearing a chicken, or is that really a chicken?" So yeah, so I love taking them out um, with me because it's super hot now. I don't take them out as much unless it's in the evening time because it's very hot and very dangerous. Oh, you drying so good. Any more questions, Laura?
If they, do you think chickens have emotions? Can you tell when one is happy or angry?
Chickens definitely have emotions. So some quick chicken facts, thanks for asking, is chickens can see or recognize 100 different faces. So if 100 different people came here, or if this was a really big farm and they came here daily, they would be able to recognize us. And these chickens definitely recognize us when we go back there. So it's only 7 of us currently living here. My older daughter, she has her own apartment, but even when she comes, they recognize her. So we know they recognize 9 different faces because her boyfriend comes as well. So these chickens recognize 9, but they can recognize up to 100 different faces. Chickens can see way more colors than we can, and like how I'm sitting here in black and white. When they see colors, they see in UV, like, so they can see like the ultraviolet light. So they see more colors than we do. And when they see colors, I guess a good way to describe it is because I saw an illustration. It's like glittery, like the way they see colors is just amazing. Um, but they definitely have emotion. As you know, unfortunate incidents happen, and I had last year I had a different flock, and there was an unfortunate incident and some of them died. Chickens mourn, chickens grieve, chickens show sadness. So there have been times that they even pass away if they they don't have their buddies. That really happened recently because we had 2 chickens that hatched together, and one of them passed away, and the other one was just chirping, 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 like, "Buddy, buddy, 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 come back." And maybe like 3 days later, he passed away as well. So they grieve, they're happy. Sometimes I just walk back there to talk to them because I've already fed them. All of their chicken feeders are full. And I just want to talk. And they be like, "Oh, what up?" They be like, "Er." But when they see the actual chicken food in my, like, they just be making those, like, "Yay, she got a treat." When I bring them mealworms, things like that. So yes, they do show emotion. Zora just notified me she's seen a big hawk. So now I'm on hawk alert. You're not getting my chickens. Y'all see this? They are sneaky. But the likelihood of a hawk swooping down while I'm right here is unlikely. But if it does, we're just gonna be fighting. Yeah. Any more questions, Zora?
One said, what legacy or long-term goal do you hope to have for your chicken keeping and
Zora,
process?
can you come closer? I can't hear you. I can't see on there because of the sun, so Zora's reading to me from her phone. What is it? And she brings me her phone. She doesn't get it. It's very hard. Let's see. Um, I can't see you. Go back in the house and just read it louder. I can't see the glare.
Oh,
Ah,
what legacy or long-term goal do you hope to leave through your chicken keeping and content?
thank you for asking that question. So my long-term goal, which as you can see, I'm still in a residential neighborhood, so I do want to move to a farm area. The long-term goal is to develop a school, or maybe if I don't do a full-time school, maybe like a camp. Oh, I thought that was a hawk. Maybe a camp where children can come and they can learn the chicken keeping duties. They can learn because this right here is money. You can get money through the eggs. You can get money selling the eggs so people can incubate them and have their other chickens. Um, you can also get money from just people coming to visit if you do have a farm. So my long term goal is to have a chicken farm where people are educated. They can come in, but it's not just going to be chickens. I'm going to have alpacas, goats, cows, the little miniature cows, not the big ones, but the miniature cows that don't get any larger than a average sized dog. Couple of pigs, some goats, geese, peacocks, and turkeys. So that's my long term goal. And what I want to do is to get different breeds, get some more breeds of chickens. I only have three so far. And have like a school. So of course, teach the children regular things because I'm an educator. But teach them regular things. But then some part of the day we go out into the farm and we do farm stuff to continue the generational wealth, to continue livestock, to just make sure that they're it's just a love and respect for animals because we do have some neighborhood kids that when I have the chickens out, they will no, we don't do that here. Don't pick them up like that. They've never seen chickens. They don't know how to hold them. But the more they've come, now they pick them up gentle. They hold them. They rub them. They don't just manhandle them. So just me being in this neighborhood, I have given people a more understanding of, or children a more understanding of how to handle chickens. So far, that's my long term goal. And that also helps with content because, like I say, I don't have a farm right now, but y'all are tuning in. So y'all are learning or coming to my farm. So that's how it is going as far as like content. But thank you. That's an excellent question. And I love telling people that I want a farm with 10 or more acres. With alpacas, you have to definitely have a certain amount of acres. Goats, so yeah, can't just be here. I cannot have that in this neighborhood. Any more questions, Zora?
What is that?
Any more?
One said, have you ever made a decision you regret in your chicken keeping journey? And what did
Zora, read it again. I can't hear you.
have you ever made a decision you regretted in your chicken keeping journey? What would you do differently now?
Um, the only mistake I made was early on when you're getting the bedding for your outdoor chickens. They said get concrete sand, right? So I literally got concrete sand, and what happened was when it rained, it turned hard. But I didn't realize they didn't mean construction sand, not concrete sand. I got concrete, but I was supposed to get construction sand, so you just knocked all the water over. So when I got the concrete sand, that was the biggest regret because I had a coop full of concrete. So I had to redo the whole coop and move them. That's the only regret. That's like the biggest blunder. Watch that video. In that video, I give more details on that blunder of using concrete sand. But now I just use basic construction sand, which is a better liner for the chicken bed. Today, like when we cook on the grill, I save the ashes, or if you have fireplaces, you can save the ash from that. And my chickens in the backyard, they take dust baths, to get the bugs off, to get the irritants out their skin, to even stay clean. So um, so I have the ashes back there inside of a tire. I'll show you that later. And then I have Regular mulch as the bedding, that's a good bedding as well. Look. Look at this. I just want them to see how you're drying. Woo! Oh my, fluffy, 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 fluffy. So silky. This is why they call. Let me show them why they call y'all silkies. Look. You see the silkiness of that? Woo child. See that? Mm-hmm.
How do you prefer this or lost in content? Do you share or keep it private? Why? How about what? How do you approach this or lost in content? Do you share or keep it private? Why?
Okay, so with the deaf, I do share. I just haven't shared recently, but I have some videos. I'm not shared. I haven't uploaded, but I have some videos that I just haven't uploaded yet. But no, people ask me how is such and such doing, especially with my newly hatched. And I'll say, oh, she didn't make it. Thanks, he or she didn't make it or whatever. But no, I let people know what happened. When I was talking to the other guy that breeds, and I was asking him, I have a brooder plate. Oh, you guys, he is shivering. Are you cold? I may have to take him in and take them in and blow dry because he's out here shivering. That's really strange. Are you cold? Okay, well I'll just blow dry y'all real quick. I didn't realize y'all were cold. Well, sorry, got off task. Um, and so I have a brooder plate, but he suggested that only use that for a certain amount of time and then go to the red light. So because I said the chicken was fed every day, taken out to play, talked to. How did it die? What could have caused death? If I'm giving it lots of love, I'm giving it lots of attention, I'm giving it food. He was like, was it the chick starter, medicated? Yes, I'm doing everything right, but sometimes unfortunate things happen, especially when you're breeding chickens. And he was just like, the next time try the light. So that's what I'm going to do the next time, because we have eggs in the incubator, and I'm going to add the um, light to the brooder when they come out. So we'll see. Thanks for asking. I went to Quick Trip earlier, got a big cup of ice because knew I was gonna be outside. Zora, any more questions before I take them in to blow dry them? Because I think even though they're wet, it's still cold for some reason. I don't know. These are fragile chickens, so a quick tip: if you're getting silkies, they can't get too cold, they can't get too hot. They are the fragile breed. They are very fragile, and I don't just mean as far as handling them. I mean just with the temperatures, it can go up or down. Because he's shivering, because it is like a light breeze, I guess, with the wetness. So I am going to take them in and blow dry them and put them back in the coop. But I'm going to show y'all how they look. But um, always something to watch. Monitor them when you're outside with them. I'm not promoting Quick Trip, but they got the best crushed ice. Anything else, Zora?
Lauren said, how do you stay consistent and responsible during busy, stressful, and low energy times in your life?
Zora, I don't know why she's whispering. Can you come louder?
How do you stay consistent and responsible during busy, stressful, or low energy times in your life?
Wait, first part, how do I say what?
How do you stay constant and responsible during busy, stressful,
Oh my
overwhelmed, or
gosh.
any
Oh
time
my
in your
gosh.
life?
That's an excellent question. One thing that I'm constantly dealing with, even though it happened in 2021, is the death of my mom. So that's like constantly in my mind, right? That always weighs heavy on my heart. But then as a mom, a teacher, a chicken farmer, youth choir director, worship leader, prayer leader at church, I have a lot going on. I also work at a homeless women's shelter. If you've ever worked with the homeless population or ever worked in a shelter, boom, boom, boom. It's like constant, 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 like hands are full. And I work in the I'm teaching preschool this year. So how I stay constant during those times is getting up early, meditating, um, constantly renewing my mind. So keeping good energy. Of course, you're human, so you're gonna get those bad days. You can get those bad thoughts, the negativity. I don't have a farm. I really want this. I really, and guess what? It's going to get better. So you just keep it going. Thinking of happy, happiness, and I work with children. I have children of my own, so I'm always surrounded. And you can't be down when you got children. You can't walk in the classroom. Nah, you got to stay on your toes. You can't come home. No, you got to stay on your toes. So, I guess just maintaining daily life by constantly renewing my mind, not staying stuck in the madness, but knowing it's going to get better and moving on with that. Excellent question. All right, Zora, what's next?
Um, one set. Do your chickens have names? If so, what are they?
Yes, they have names. So Florence, Chili. Say hi. Frederick. Frederick Douglass. Why are you Frederick Douglass? I'm a great orator. I like to talk. He loves to talk, so he's Frederick Douglass. Oh, and the ones in the back, of course, Duke, Chloe. They all have names. And they're named according to their personality. So I don't name them as soon as they hatch. I name them according to how they are, how they interact, what they do. He's Frederick Douglass because Frederick Douglass was a great orator, loved to speak, and that's what he does. He loves to crow and speak, so that's how he got that name. All right, Zora.
One set. One set. How do you arouse chickens to hatch their eggs themselves, or do you have a different method of hatching? You heard me?
The reason why I incubate the eggs and they don't hatch themselves is because so far none of my chickens have gone broody, and what that means is where they just sit on the eggs. So far, I leave them out there to see: are you going to sit on the eggs? Are you going to chill out? They don't sit on them. So, of course, some eggs, if the incubator is full, then those eggs go on the counter. But the reason why they none of the chickens have hatched their own eggs is because they don't sit on them, and they have to be sat on for 21 days. So I just put them in an incubator for 21 days to ensure a successful hatch. So they're moving. The sun came out back out stronger, so he started. He's not shivering as much
Mom, we bring the meat.
in a little while.
Is this a skirt? Yeah. Girl, I thought that was a short. Your phone did? Is it turned off?
Okay, so two more questions. Sorry, I had to take a quick pipe break. But two more questions that came out were how often do I let them free range? So that's every day after work, or most days after work. Their coops are pretty spacious, so the days they don't free range, they're okay. But pretty much when I get off work, they free range because I'm here. Like I said, I have a small flock. Maybe if I had 25 or more, they could just free range all day. But you got a small flock and you lose one or two, that's it. So they only free range when I can be outside for a considerable amount of time. Like just running to use the restroom, come back, that's okay. But to be at work and leave them outside all day, I am not comfortable doing that. Somebody else asked, do I plan on selling my eggs? Yes, I do plan on selling the eggs when I get more layers. My Brahmas have stopped, so I got to figure out maybe like once I get the fans, they really start back laying more because they'll, be cooler. But it's too hot for them to lay. Um, this one right here is the only one laying now, and who really is going to buy her eggs unless they're trying to hatch them? Because like I said, you would have to eat 2 or 3 eggs to equal up to 1 egg. You're trying to make a cake, you're sitting here using 6 or 8 eggs, so I'm planning on selling them. Happen until August or September when I'll be able to sell them. So as y'all can see, they are starting to lay out. Look, so that's why she called a frizzle, because her feathers are frizzled out, and she's completely dry. She's almost completely dry. It's just her bottom, but so I'm gonna let her stay out here a little longer before I put her inside, so she won't get a chill. But look, oh, y'all heard that? I don't know how they're gonna do tonight with the fireworks. Like I said, they were born last year in October, so this is gonna be their first fireworks. So hopefully, and here my neighbors, they be doing the most. They don't have a little quiet fire, boo, boo, boo. So I don't know how that's gonna happen, how that's gonna work. But yeah, bath time was a success. They got cool, got a little too cool because of the breeze, but now the sun is back out, so
Wait, Mom, is the rooster gonna be
he isn't he isn't shivering like he was a few minutes ago. And look at his tail.
Mom, is the rooster gonna get like fluffier?
Yeah. hmm Once with him, with Frederick, this needs to dry more. So all of this is, see how it's still stuck to him. So once all this dry, he'll be super fluffy. Any more questions?
One said, how long can chicken stay in the heat?
How long can chickens stay in the heat? These guys right here, only reason why they're in the heat for this extended amount of time is because if you were here earlier, I gave them baths. Today was bath day, so they are relatively wet. But if you're just joining, chickens do not sweat at all. They do not sweat, so they would not be out here no more than 5 minutes. If I just brought, that's why another reason why I take them out and allow them to free range when I get off work is because the sun has gone down. It's not as hot. But I'm out here and they are wet. They're still wet from their bath, so that's why they are out here. But any longer than 10 minutes, I do not recommend because they do not sweat. They're in the house. I put the chicken diapers on. They're in the house sucking up the air. They love that. But other than that, I do not recommend, do not, especially silkies. If you ever decide I'm going to get some silkies, don't put them outside. Silkies are fragile, 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 fragile. My other chickens, they do pretty good with the heat. They're heat hardy. These are not. They're only outside with me now at this time of the day because they just had a bath and they're still wet. CJ, that was an question. I really appreciate that question. Somebody just asked, do chickens milk? Do moms produce milk for their babies? No, they do not. Once the chicken is born, they're pretty much on their own. That's why, like, when I take them straight out the incubator, they stay in the incubator for up to 48 hours after they're born. And what happens is I give them straight chick starter and water. But up until then, when they're in the incubator, they're still eating the nutrients from their eggs that they hatched out of. So they're still eating like the yolk sac, all of that. But once they are after 48 hours and I put them in the brooder, they don't get back with their mom. They're just eating chick feed. Same thing when they're outside. I guess when they hatch from their moms, if they were born to the, because you know how sometimes you see the chickens and they move and they got the babies under them. Them babies start digging in the dirt for worms and bugs. So no, moms do not produce milk for them. They just basically on their own when they're born. CJ, Zola, shout out to y'all for keeping me on my toes with these questions. Shout out to Rebecca for getting married yesterday. Shout out to everybody who is engaged, who stopped by, those supporters who view. Shout out to Miss Kim and her granddaughter. Thank you all so much for watching. Shout out to China. Shout out to Sanai, my niece. Thank you for watching. Shout out to Zola. Mention Zay, my children. Shout out to Zaire and Zion. Appreciate y'all for watching. Shout out to Zora. She does a lot. Not only watching them, like sometimes if I go to the store and they're newborn, I'm like Zora, watch them. So Zora, she definitely helps. Shout out to Miss Stephanie. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all the support. Like I say, I'm new. Oh look at Frederick preening his feathers. I'm new, but maybe pretty soon you'll see me on the farm. Be like, oh yeah. So I appreciate you all watching, and we're about to go inside because it is getting kind of warm. They are dry. Y'all see that?
Okay, something's keeping me from touching them, but I'm gonna touch them.
Look.
Cliff butt. Come on, move.
So we're about to go inside. So thank you so much for watching our live. We appreciate you, and we'll be back later.
Wait, can I pick him up?
Hmm?
Can I pick him up? Scared. Ugh. I picked
Wait,
him up.
hold your all the way up. Oh, look.
Yeah. Moped.
See how his feathers on his feet came up? Bye. Wait, let me see. Before I close, let me see if I got one more question. I gotta go in the shade. Chickens live. Thanks, Eminem. Chickens live for 8 years. CJ, the only judgment that I have faced from people is when I tell them I have chickens in my house. So I'd be like, they be like, chickens in your house, like I'm just some dirty chicken lady. I'm like, I'm black, first of all. I'm a black lady. So they ain't just freewheeling in my house, pooping everywhere. They do have on chicken diapers. They are in a chicken coop. So when they're in the house, when I say my chickens are in the house, they not just in my kitchen. My darn dog don't even go in the kitchen, right? We have a dog. He don't even go in the kitchen. So you think I'm gonna let my chickens be in the kitchen? No. You think they just pooping everywhere? No. They have on diapers, or they're inside their cage, or their brooder. That's the only judgment I don't like when you say, yes, I have chickens. What? Like, people do have indoor chickens. Like, think about the people who live in apartments and they can't they don't have farms or land, but they like chickens. Like Silkies are like apartment chickens. Most of the time, you look on TikTok, most of the time you see Silkies there in somebody's house. That's the only when people be giving me that look, that just do something to my soul. Like, why you think I'm a dirty chicken lady? Like, why did you immediately think because I said I have chickens in my house that I'm just letting them poop everywhere, or they're in my kitchen, or they're just on the table pooping? I don't like that. So that's the only judgment. And I am getting better with my what? I'm like, no, they are actually clean. Like, you see, I washed them. You see that, after I handle them, salmonella poison, y'all ever heard of that? After I handle them, we immediately wash our hands outside in the backyard. Each coop has hand sanitizer back there. Like, come on. Like, stop. Don't play with me. So that's the only judgment that I do not like is in your house. Yeah, I do have chickens in my house. I got chickens in my house right now because they were just born. So yeah, but don't come for me. But yeah, great question, CJ. I appreciate that. So we're about to end the live because I have to get them out of the sun because now they're dry. So now I'm pushing it. They're dry that I don't want them to go into heat stroke because then y'all be seeing me crying. So see y'all later. Thanks for joining.